Good morning. So here is the outfit of the day. We are wearing the Wild Fable dress. This is from Target. The belt is from Torrid. The high boots here are from Torrid. The tights are also from Torrid, and I'm wearing little shorts. But this is the outfit of the day. Now I'm running late, so let's go. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you guys so much. I'm almost at work, but I was listening to the podcast that I just filmed yesterday because I wasn't about to listen to it last night because I had to edit the vlog. But I want to listen to it in my car because I feel like for most people, I mean, when it comes to podcasts, unless you like to visually see things, then you would be watching it on YouTube. But for the majority, I feel like most people sometimes listen to it like when they're driving or cleaning and stuff. And I just wanted to see like if I liked it, if it sounded good, if I kind of made my point clear, which I feel like I kind of did. I just feel like I'm someone that kind of like goes from one thing to another. So if you like that, I think you're going to enjoy it. And if you don't, then maybe not. But that's okay. That is okay. I'm actually a little tired. The sun, you know, makes you feel nice and warm. The thing is, okay, so last night I took 2 of the melatonin, like, dingies that I take. You can chew them. So what do you call them? Like, chewies? I took 2 melatonin of those things, but you're supposed to only take 1. They only recommend you to take 1. But I was still able to wake up early. Like, I woke up, like, I heard my alarm because I put my alarm at 4 a.m. Because I know my ass is not going to wake up, but at least I start, like, kind of, you know. I'm not in, like, a deep sleep or anything. But I heard it, and then I didn't physically wake up until 6 a.m. because I took Ronaldo out to pee. And the thing is, I was like, oh, I'm still early. Like, it's okay. I can just sleep, like, a little bit longer. So I was like, Alexa, can you set a 10-minute timer? Okay. And I kept doing that. And I kept thinking, oh, I have time, I have time. And I remember the last time I told Alexa, set 10-minute timer. And it did. Pinche güey con esa trocota. Y tú no te quieres sit to the side. Anyways, I remember doing that. And it said, okay. So then I went back to a nap, but I guess, I don't know how long that nap was, because that nap was definitely maybe like almost an hour, because when I got up, it was like 8:30, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was supposed to be leaving by 8:30, so I was like, oh no, 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 and now here I am, gonna arrive at 10:30, basically. It's so annoying. I'm taking it. I think I had a dream that I actually got into a car crash. Like, it was that I was driving this, like, old car. It wasn't my own car. At least it didn't feel like it. And I was, basically I was about to get home. And then these girls that are twins that I actually know opened up my door when I was literally by my house. And they get inside and asking me to take them somewhere. But I told them to stop because I don't know why the hell I was driving, but I was like in the back, and somehow I was holding the steering wheel. And I told them like that they had to wait, but they both got inside. And then it was raining, I guess, and there was like huge, you know, like when you get into those areas, like a crosswalk. But I don't know what kind of crosswalk I'm trying to tell you. Like, but basically, if you live in the ghetto, you know, like when you get to a crosswalk, like está lleno de agua, like it's a puddle. That's what it was in one section when I got there. And I wasn't yet in the actual driving seat. I was in the back. And I was trying to get into the driving seat, but the car wasn't stopping for me to be able to accommodate correctly. And I lost control because like the water, I guess, like was driving me. And I hit a car, and then a car hit another car. And then my car kept going because the water was taking me. And then I saw the car was looking for me, the one that I hit. And then I waved at him, being a good Samaritan instead of running away. Like, hey, I'm right here, so that we can talk. Yeah, it was so weird and random. I honestly don't even know why the hell that happened. Do you ever feel like when you go to sleep, like some of the stuff that you're dreaming about, like maybe is real, but it's like you in a different dimension or so? Does it ever like cross your mind? I don't know. I'm supposed to film another podcast today with my brother because I told him, you know what? I've been trying to film on my days off, like the podcast, but every single time I'm off, like my mom is off too, or my dad is off too, and then they're doing things and I can't make them stop their life for me, you know? So it failed every single time when we try to do it then. So I said it's better if we do it during the week because then my mom's in her room, my dad's in his room, so there's not really that much noise going on, so we can do it. So he said yes. So today we're supposed to be filming our podcast together. So the first episode is going to be solo, and then the second episode, which is me and my brother, and then I think I'm going to do another solo episode. I think it's going to be like a guest and solo, if that makes sense. Well, like solo, guest. So I need to think about the topic that I'm going to talk about with myself, and then I think what I'm going to do is, so the first episode, it's me. The second episode is me and my brother. The third episode is going to be me. And then the fourth episode, I think it's going to be me, Sarai, and Rafael. Because then by then I will have already all the mics. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Whoa. Well, I brought everything with me today. Oh my gosh. I opened up my thing and I didn't see my debit card. I freaked out, but I left it down over here. Okay. So I'm supposed to be getting a call today for my phone interview. So I will let you guys know how it goes. After listening to my podcast, I feel like what did I heard screaming? I feel like I'm doing the right thing. Because at the end of the day, like in that podcast, I say, what is stopping you? I don't want to give it out, like give it away, like what it's about. But it's like I said, what is stopping you? I'm trying to just throw little hints, okay? What is stopping you? Is it your work? Are you working just because you need money to pay bills? Or are you actually working in a job where it's going to help you grow in the career that you want to grow in? So I was like, damn, that kind of hit the spot. So it should be fine. Everything is gonna work out the way it should be. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I think I'm leaving by 5:30 or 6 p.m. today, so there might not be that much light by the time that I see you next. But I'll figure out something that we can chit chat about in the dork. Maybe just a little bit. Because in the podcast, I think we're going to set up in the living room. I also need to get home and I need to make more quinoa because I need to make some for 2 more plates. Because today's my last like plate that has the quinoa, and I have 2 other plates, but I'm just missing the quinoa. So I have to do that. But okay, I'm getting tired. Okay, I'll see you guys later. What it do, boo? It is... Wait, what am I looking for? My wallet. I only drank 1 cup of actual water. I had 1 venti dragon fruit lemonade. I am currently on my 2nd cup of water. Let me put my direcciones real quick. It is clearly, what? It is 6:16 p.m. I hardly ever leave work this late. It's funny because I normally always check in. Well, in a way, I guess you would call it like check-in. I check in with the front desk before I leave, just because I know how it is sometimes when you're working by yourself. And even though it's slow, it's just kind of like annoying when sometimes you feel like you have to really pee, but you want to make sure someone is like aware that you're going to be in the restroom. So in case like a client walks in or something happens, the phone rings, something. So I like to like check in with them, so in case that they need to use the restroom, like I can cover real quick. So you know, just smart things. By the way, right now you can see me because I'm leaving the parking structure, pero you're probably not really gonna see me when I get out of it porque está dark. Thankfully it says that I'm gonna be arriving home at 7:07, so I'm thinking that I might start filming between like 7:30 because I need to prep. And I just remembered that the freaking camera like records and doesn't record certain things. So it's just like I'm thinking like, how am I gonna figure this out. Maybe I should record like segments, like 10 minutes, and then take a little bit of a break and then continue, but I don't know how that's gonna work out for me. What else I was gonna say? Oh, I have good news! I'm actually really excited. I got a call from the woman that was gonna be doing my phone interview. Let me pay it real quick. There's this funny TikTok where this girl, you know, like that dramatic sound that is happening right now? There was a girl that was like, just, basically like, just because you watch Grey's Anatomy doesn't mean that you can't do surgery. And then she's like, pass me the staple, or whatever it's called. Pass me this, pass me that. It's so funny to me. Because it's so funny. Because it's like, I know Grey's Anatomy is not accurate as to like what's reality of actual stuff that happens in the hospitals. But anyways, I know you're probably like, girl, shut the F up and tell us como te fue en tu pinche phone interview. Well, I'm just gonna tell you, it went mother effing great. It went really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, I was a tad bit nervous. So I don't know what I was doing, but actually I wasn't really busy at the moment that she called. I was in the office and I just saw that. I saw this number and I was like, oh, it might be this because it has the area code that I know would be around this area. So I got up real quick. I went to a room that I know it's not being occupied right now, but my heart was racing. I spoke with her on the phone. We lasted 26 minutes on the phone. So I was like thinking, okay, I know I got this because I know that she liked me. I mean, there's no way you would be on the phone with me for 26 minutes if you didn't, you know, like me. I'm a little scared of going. I know there's no red arrow right now because there's no turn on red arrow, but the light is red. But there's no arrow that's red. And it's like, you know, the last time I got a ticket, I don't think I want another one. So I think we should be fine. I kind of have to burp, but why? Sorry. What is making me do? You're so extra, directions. You really are. So yeah, so she called me. She's like, can I speak to Ashley? And I'm like, this is she. Oh, hi, this is so and so. I'm calling you. Is this a good time? I was like, yes, of course. She started talking to me. She asked me basically what I'm currently doing, and of course I had to, you know, ace it. So I just told her that currently, because, you know, she was like, I know that you were referred by so and so, and then so I brought her up when she asked me about what I'm currently doing. I said, you know, so and so used to be my salon manager, and I used to be basically like her personal assistant because I was the front desk manager at that time. I said, and then once she decided to move forward with a different career, I was promoted into salon manager. So I said, I'm responsible for all schedules. I'm responsible for operating, making sure everything runs smoothly. I have a full front desk staff that I need to operate. I take care of over 40 stylists. I said I do all massive emails, I do all phone calls, I schedule meetings, I order all these supplies, all the PPE, I think it's called PPE, basically all the like safety protocol stuff that we need to be having. I need to make sure everything's in stock, like everything, you know, I just aced it. And then she asked me, basically, why do you want to leave your current position? And then I said, that because I reached max growth here, and I'm looking for a place where I can learn some new tasks and for longevity or something like that. And then she was like, I love everything I'm hearing. And I was like, yes, 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 I am doing so good. Learn from this, okay? Learn from Dish, boo. In case you're ever, you know, having to get hired, having to look for a job or whatever, this is the stuff that you should know. Make sure that your wording is okay. She asked me actually about my previous job too, which is interesting because I feel like most of the time people don't really ask me about my previous job. Most of the time they focus on your current job. So she asked me when I used to work at a lower salon in Washington State, in Whidbey Island. she asked me like, oh, tell me a little bit about there. And I said, well, there I started off as the front desk, and then I was promoted to salon manager. And then I told her I did go to cosmetology school, but I did not get my license. But to be able to do makeup, you don't need a license. So I started doing makeup there too. I said that was the main point of everything. It was a smaller salon. I did payroll, because I did. I said I ordered all supplies. I took care of everything. I did their social media. Like, I did. I worked really, really hard there. But it was nicer because it was like smaller, so it's not as stressful, because it's like, yeah, it's still different personalities but less people. So yeah, I told her that basically I did everything there. That was like the main point. So she's like, well, you know, for the position that we're looking for, we don't require medical experience, she said, because we realized that. And this is where, I mean, I feel like our salon lacks, not gonna lie, I maybe could have changed it in my part, okay? But I feel like most jobs normally require experience of some sort of what they're hiring for, if that makes sense. For example, they could have easily been like, I need someone who has 1 year of experience in the medical field, or something like that. So sorry, I don't know why I'm burping. In my salon, normally, because of how massive this salon is, and normally when we're hiring, it's kind of like we're trying to fill the position as fast as we can. Not gonna say that we wouldn't hire somebody with experience, but it is easier to hire somebody right away, as soon as possible, who has experience in the beauty industry, because it helps speed up the process of training. Our training, when you get hired at our salon, you're in a 90-day trial period, and in the 90-day trial period is when we're basically training you, and it is a lot to learn. I'm telling you, I have over 40 stylists. Each of them work differently. Each of them apply color at a, you know, certain time. Their processing time is completely different. You have to know who works with who, how they like to be booked. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It really is. I'm still mind blown that I remember all this information. I feel like I absorbed it pretty quickly, personally. But it's not a what's the word I'm trying to look for? It's not a easy job, honestly, the job that I currently have, and like just working at this salon. It requires somebody who has patience, someone who can multitask, someone who can be self-sufficient, a lot and more. But anyways, she said that I don't need to have experience. So I was like, okay. She said, I like your phone voice. And I was like, okay, like, thank you. You know, it took me a very long time to like my online presence, I can say. When I first started doing YouTube videos, and of course I have to edit my own videos, it was like I would edit them, but I would never watch them. Like, I wouldn't watch them because it was just like I didn't like the idea of having to see myself or listen to myself, because I just found it to be very odd, like, and like just weird. So I never used to do it. But now I do watch my own videos sometimes, because I either want to kind of criticize myself and see how I can improve, or just overall just obviously check to make sure everything is good. But I do, now I'm okay with like listening to my own voice and everything. But definitely I want to say that the years of experience that I have in customer service has definitely led me to be able to perfect more my customer service like side, my phone etiquette, everything like that. So that's why I'm a huge believer that everything happens for a reason, or that you work somewhere for a while to be able to be, you know, somewhere else, like all that stuff. But I can tell you that, because I was telling you that I was a little bit nervous. I wasn't sure I was doing the right thing. I wasn't sure if I would even, you know, like it. I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm worried about leaving this industry, going somewhere else. Is that the right call? I don't feel like, I mean, it's always an option. I can still go and get my license. Like, I can go take the test and get licensed if I wanted to. But I personally don't feel that my passion would be to be behind the chair and color people's hair. Like I color my mom's hair. I just do her roots to cover up the grays. But I don't think that I would perform my best self applying color, like doing highlights, balayage, and all that. Or for sure not hair cutting. I have crooked ass hands. I cannot cut for anything to save my life. So I just don't see myself really doing that. I learned a lot, and I think that it would be beneficial for me to have my license for the other stuff that I'm trying to do and grow in. But it's being there has gained me experience, knowledge, and all, but I'm not gonna grow any further there. And by that I mean it's not like I'm gonna do makeup there, because to be able to do makeup in salons you have to be licensed. So yeah, and especially the way that things are right now, people are not really getting their makeup done, so it's not really a career choice for me right now, an ideal career choice for me right now. But just by talking to her, I felt so calm. She was so nice on the phone, and it just sounded like we would get along. Like obviously the way she's talking to me and how comfortable she felt with me to be on the phone with me for 26 minutes, it I just felt it. And she said, you know, this place, if you were to be coming in, they treat it more like a mom and pop shop. She says they don't want it to be like this big company. She doesn't want to lose the value. It wants it to be like more of a personal experience. They handle a lot of like VIP clients. And she said at the end of the day, this is like a teamwork. So I would be working, I think, with like 5 people. She said every day is going to be different for you. You're not going to come and do the same thing over and over again. Which in a way I thought that was kind of nice. Not that I do everything over and over again at my current job, because I feel like at the same time right now every day is a little bit different. But because I've been working there for 3 years, it's kind of like become a routine, I guess, for me in a way. But the only thing that's tiring me from the job that I have right now is just that it's... I don't want to say it's overwhelming, but it's just more like... I'm just not over it. I don't want to say it like that. But I just feel like it's just time for a change, really, for me. It's a time for a change. Point period blank. She said, I like your phone voice. I actually would love to be able to have a in-person interview with you. So I think by the in-person interview, obviously she wants to know what I look like, my presence, and I think she might, because normally what we do too is we call it shadowing. So if I'm interested in you, I'll either ask you the same day if I have time for you to shadow, or I'll ask you to come back another day. If I'm busy with like a bunch of interviews, I'll ask you later on, I'll call you if I'm interested in you and ask you to come in to shadow. And basically what that means is that you're literally just gonna observe everything that the person is currently doing, like how everything is operating, and then so that you can kind of see what it's like and how it would be like if you were to be working here, and to make sure that you feel like this is going to be a right fit for you and that you're going to be a right fit for us. So I feel like it might be something similar to that. I did ask her about the dress code. She did say that I would have to wear scrubs because they just want to keep everything uniformed. She said obviously if I were to hire you, I would give you 2 weeks for you to be able to get your scrubs. They do not provide them for you. So she said that I would get 2 weeks basically to get my uniform ready. And to me, actually, I'm not minded by it. I know it's going to affect a little bit my whole, like, posting and stuff, my every, outfit of the day. But I think I can maybe still put outfits together and obviously film. This is actually going to push me to actually film a fashion video, like outfits for a week, like inspirate, like, I don't know, something like that. Fashion inspo outfits of the week or something like that. And then I can just post them every day. Like, every day I'll post, like, fashion inspo, even though I'm wearing scrubs that day. But I'm not saying outfit of the day, I'm just saying fashion inspo or something like that. But tomorrow, you guys, she literally said, are you available tomorrow? Well, I said yes, of course I would love to come in for an in-person interview. I said, when are you available to meet? And then she's like, are you available tomorrow? And I said, okay, of course. What time? And she said 2 p.m. I said, like, that's perfect. I will meet you tomorrow at 2 p.m. She said, okay, perfect. I look forward to meeting you and all that stuff. She said, before, I mean, I'm telling you kind of back and forth how everything went. I wouldn't get benefits right now. That's something that they're working on. I don't even get benefits right now in my current job in the sense of like health insurance and all. If they were to eventually have that available, I would definitely take it. But if they don't have that, that's not a deal breaker for me right now, because I currently don't have that anyways in the job that I'm in. So that's not going to stop me. She did say that they take care of their staff very well. They, you know, sometimes get bonuses. They get like pay raise like 3 times a year. So that's why I don't mind starting at 16, because if you're telling me that I may get, you know, a pay raise this year, like, I don't know how it would work, but I mean, it just sounds like overall like a good team thing. Like I know I jumped away, but she said that every day is a little bit different. So even though I would be like an executive assistant to her and the doctor, she says if that day we need help with, for example, phone calls, then I would have you, you know, help with phone calls or help with XYZ. Or she says if I need you to clean the exam room, like, you know, will you be okay? And I said, of course, I understand that at the end of the day we need to all work together as a team to make everything flow correctly. So from my understanding, when she was describing the job, in a way it sounds like I would be responsible for the, I'm gonna call it the floor operations. So I'm basically kind of like the heart there, and I'm responsible to making sure that everything is communicated correctly, that I'm able to have all the supplies in order to make things function. I am also to, you know, put people in communication with each other, sometimes send out massive emails, things like that. So it sounds like, not that it's an easy job, because I know at the end of the day no job is really that easy, but it just sounds like a cool job. Like, I wouldn't have to deal with 40 people. I would just have to deal with 5, you know, team members. And I feel like most of the time working for a mom and pop shop, I'm not going to say every single time, but from my personal experience, every single time that I've worked with somebody that's more like a smaller operation, that's not a big company, most of the time they're the best to work for, because they actually care a lot about their employees. Not that big companies don't. I feel like managers tend to really care about their employees at times, but the company doesn't. Like, if managers, like me for example, I work in a very big area, right? And I know that the owner would love to be able to give everybody everything that they wanted, right? But he is not capable of. Like, of course, I wish that I can do a lot more to give to other people, but I don't have the right to be able to do that, right? But the point is, I want to say is that I felt extremely more at ease, more comfortable knowing that I'm making the right decision after getting off the phone with her. Like, she just set me in peace. Now, the only thing is, I just feel so bad. There's so much going on right now at the salon. A lot of things. Like, I have a lot in my plate right now, and it's like a very due date. Like, I have too much to do and not enough time kind of thing. But like tomorrow I decided, okay, I'm just gonna come in maybe like at 8 or 8:30 a.m. because I need to print out these client lists, and that take forever to process. Like, I know how it's very easy to get the information from the system, but it takes about 15 minutes per stylist for it to export, you can say. And then once it's exported, I have to filter them, edit them, do all these things, print them out, and it's very time consuming. But I need to get that out of the way, because then I need to start working on the actual email that we're going to be sending out, because there's a promotion that we're working on for March, and March is literally next week. So I only have tomorrow's Friday. I have Saturday too, but I like to focus on being more on the floor on Saturdays because it tends to be busier and all. I have this other assistant who used to work with us, but she had a health condition, and before COVID, and she left for a while, and she's actually coming back now, and she's gonna be part-time. So I'm gonna have her Wednesday, Fridays, and Saturdays. So now on Saturdays I'm gonna have 4 assistants instead of 3, so that should be more helpful. But like my friend said, like, at the end of the day, it's not your responsibility to worry about what's gonna happen to this company if you leave, because that's not your job. That really isn't. And it's true, My mom even said, okay, but you're gonna give your 2 weeks, right? I'm a huge believer that I should always give people like a 2-week notice. But I told her, I mean, of course I don't want to burn my bridges, and I would love to give my 2-week notice. But if that company wants me now, like, what do I do? You know, of course, I'm going to let them know, like, is there any way that I can do this in a right manner and be able to give a 2-week notice to my current job? Or can I at least have at least 1 week that I can, you know? But I don't even want to think about, because I really have a feeling that I'm going to get this. Like, I have a huge feeling that I'm going to get this job. I know I'm going to get this job. And now it's just thinking, how am I going to break this to my boss and tell him, hey, I'm leaving? That I have no idea how I'm going to do. You see, my heart is like... But at the same time, I don't want to stress about it. But I just feel bad leaving. But it's not my responsibility to feel bad for leaving. It's not. No, I should not feel that way. I'm going to let you go now because it has been 22 minutes. And I don't want this vlog to be... I mean, I always say I don't want this vlog to be too long. But I know some of you guys like to watch my vlogs while you're getting ready in the morning. And I know your ass does not take 20 minutes to get ready. I know you. You're a little bit lazy in the morning. And it takes you a little bit longer because you're just a little lazy. And that's okay. It does not take me 20 minutes. Today it took me, I want to say... 15 minutes maybe, 18 minutes to do my makeup. And even though I didn't do too much, I don't know why, I'm really trying to do my makeup faster. And I'm always saying, Alexa, set 10-minute timer, right? And then I always apply my foundation first. No, I always apply my eye corrector, and then I apply my foundation, and then I apply my concealer, and then I do my eyebrows, and then I set my face with powder, and then I set my under eyes. And then I go ahead and apply my bronzer. And I always stop at bronzer. So I always stop in the 7 steps is my 10 minutes. And I'm not even done applying the bronzer. Like, I'm starting on my cheeks. Like, I always start on my forehead for the bronzer. And then I'm on my cheeks. And then the timer goes off. And I'm like, what the H? Because then after bronzer, I still need to apply my blush. And then I need to apply my mascara. And then sometimes I put on falsies. And then I need to do my lip liner. So it's like, I'm getting there, but I want to be faster. I want to be able to do this, you know, simple makeup in no more than 10 minutes. I don't know why I just cannot be that fast. La verdad, no entiendo. But anyways, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna show you the setup when I get home and how we're gonna film the podcast. There's so much traffic now. It's telling me that I'm gonna arrive home at 7:13. I don't think I'm gonna do the quinoa after all because I'm basically not gonna have a lunch tomorrow because my lunch is gonna be my meeting, my interview at 2 p.m. So, you know what I just thought about? I don't think this is the thing, but I was just thinking, what if my coworkers watch my vlogs? If you do, girl, just tell me that you know my secret. But I don't think you know my secret. I don't think they do. But if you do, just fucking tell me. Don't stress me out, okay? Anyways, I'm gonna let you go. I'll talk to you when I get home. Hey, so it is currently 11:35 p.m. We have been trying to film a podcast since, like, I want to say 8. Yeah. I'm tired because we couldn't agree to what the hell we were gonna talk about until the very end. And then I felt like we didn't maybe do a really good job, and then Ronaldo started acting up. So, this is not going to be a release.
Unofficial released.
So, all of this for nothing. Literally.
Gambate. Dude, no, this was not for nothing, man. You gotta think the positive in this, man.
No, it was good. It was good. It was just more like... I just hate... like, doing something and then it not turning out, like, right. Not on you. I'm just saying, for example, we were doing good and then all of a sudden the camera decided, fuck you, and then turned off. Literally. And then not only that, but in the middle, when we were talking, it stopped recording.
Yeah.
And I just recorded and I was like, I'll just figure that shit out. That's why I need to be paying attention to the, like, recording on here when it's recording. Like the film, not... The audio kept going. It's just the stupid fucking camera that records just stopped.
Well, you need an intern who wants to get paid.
For real, I need somebody. Somebody who wants to, you know, volunteer without getting paid. That'd be great. But obviously it's 11:37 p.m. so I'm freaking not about to waste my time right now. Not wasted, I'm not wasting. But I'm not about to not sleep to be able to edit this vlog because tengo que levantarme temprano para irme. So I'll be uploading it in the morning very early. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you had a beautiful day, a beautiful night whenever you're watching this. Y nos vemos mañana, okay? Bye!